Uganda has confirmed that the UPDF was involved in heavy military combat against the South Sudan rebels under leader Riek Machar during the weekend. The UPDF alongside South Sudan forces attacked Leer town in the oil-rich Unity State, the home of rebel leader Riek Machar, bringing it under government control. Uganda's Foreign Affairs Minister Sam Kutesa confirmed the attack but insisted that it was done on the request of South Sudan government.
We have employed some of our Air Force assets to be able to help the government of Southern Sudan. And it wasn't Riek Machar's village. It was to repulse the attack by the rebels who were trying to come down Southern Sudan. So we don't have any take. We did it.
The rebels accused the UPDF and the South Sudan government of breaching the ceasefire agreement, which was signed last month. According to a press statement by the rebels' spokesperson Rai Koang on Sunday, Kiir's forces and its allies burnt down the whole Leer town and the surrounding villages. Kutesa also reaffirmed Uganda's intentions to stay in South Sudan until when peace is restored in the world's youngest state.
As to expenses, for the time being, we are shouldering our expenses in intervention. But we shall find a mechanism of dealing with the Sudanese government as we go ahead, South Sudan government.
The government of South Sudan has started on a manhunt for Dr. Riek Machar to answer for committing treason. South Sudan Ambassador to Uganda Samuel Wate confirmed the search, which is said will not jeopardize the ongoing peace process.
The position of charging him with the treason is a paramount, and it will still remain. And I don't think that will sabotage any negotiations, because he has committed a crime, and that crime has to be investigated and should be found guilty of that treason. And definitely the Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan will have to carry out its mandate.
Machar is not the only one on the list of prosecution. The 7 political prisoners who were released in the Kenyan capital Nairobi may also be brought to book.
These individuals, even though they are released to the government of Kenya, still they are not free completely. The government of South Sudan can request them at any time back to South Sudan should there be any judicial needs.
There are also questions whether the recall of freed political prisoners will not violate the peace deal which was signed by the two rival groups. Amidst the ongoing tensions and fears, the government of South Sudan insists that there is relative peace, calling thousands of its nationals to return home.
But we as a government, we believe that the insecurity that had been there from the beginning, perpetrated by Riek Machar, has ended. We are now telling the people that has gone to these camps to return back to their own homes and carry on with their duties.
But as more armed conflicts continue to emerge on the African continent, the African Union has resolved to establish a rapid response force to react within 3 days. According to Minister Kutesa, about 20 countries have pledged to contribute to the force.
Algeria has offered to airlift whatever force you want to take it in the place where there is conflict. South Africa and Angola, for example, have offered both men and resources and finance. We have fledged the battalion.
The force will be under the Peace and Security Council of Africa, and the country with the highest number of troops will be responsible for the command. Serwanja, NTV.